all. Big breaking news coming in at the top of the bulletin from West Bengal, ladies and gentlemen, where a fire broke out inside the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport in Kolkata. This has taken place in the departure building of the airport. Passengers and crew have been evacuated. No injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire is yet to be identified. 8 firefighting tenders finally brought the fire under control. There was an NDRF team also at the spot along with the firefighters. Those visuals on your screen, these are harrowing sights which are coming in from the departure terminal of the Kolkata International Airport, ladies and gentlemen. The Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, a massive blaze erupted inside, but what we are learning is that this fire is now under control. No injuries have been reported and all the passengers and crew were safely evacuated from the area. I'm joined by my colleague Kamalika on the phone. Kamalika, give us the details.
Yes, 1 hour back this incident took place. This has happened in the departure terminal and it was in the check-in area where all the passengers and staff have to be evacuated from this area. Fortunately, everybody is safe and nobody is injured. The check-in process has resumed at around 10:25. That's what we are getting. And the cause of the fire is still that is not very clear. But some sources on ground, they are saying might be short circuit. But this has never, the blaze was huge. And as you can see the visuals, that it has created a panic in this area. A number of flights were lined up in this time. So the check-in process, security check-in process, all got delayed and some of the flights also got delayed. But this fire is now under control, what we are getting in from the sources. And we see that the aviation minister has also tweeted, and he has written that an unfortunate but minor fire broke out in the Kolkata airport near check-in counter. That's what Jyotiraditya Scindia has tweeted. He is in touch with the airport directors. Situation is under control according to the aviation minister. He is writing that all passengers and staff have been evacuated from that area. Fortunately, everyone is safe. No injuries have been reported. And as we were saying, the check-in process resumed at around 10:25. The cause of the fire will be ascertained at the earliest. That's what the tweet of the aviation minister is. So right now, the situation is under control. But there is a huge panic in airport.
Absolutely. There is a huge panic at the airport because even as you're pointing out at 10:25, the check-in has resumed. People are very scared about the situation at the airport. You can see those visuals on your screen where the entire area just got filled up with smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine you're going to check in for a flight and suddenly you see this massive blaze and all this smoke inside the departure terminal of the Kolkata International Airport. Now, what we are learning is that this entire situation is now under control. The fire has been doused. It took 8 firefighting tenders to finally bring this fire under control. An NDRF team was also on site to help with the firefighting operations. But the cause of the fire, as Kamalika is pointing out, sources indicate that it was a short circuit. Kamalika, of course, people need to catch their flights, but of course, they want to be safe at the same time. You're right to point out that there is a lot of panic at the airport. This is a very busy airport, and to see a blaze at the departure terminal of such a size, and with the entire area filling up with smoke, being hard to breathe inside the terminal, that does cause a lot of alarm. Any word coming in from the local authorities over there to reassure the passengers and the customers that everything is fine, that safety checks have been done to ensure that such an incident doesn't happen anytime soon? In fact, in the next few minutes as the airport resumes its operations.
Obviously, there has been constant announcement. That's what we are getting from the sources on the ground. They are announcing that there's nothing to panic right now. But as you can understand, and there might be a lot of things, behind this fire, and a lot of reasons are there. And as you can see, panic and rumors, they travel very fast in comparison to the fire also. So the definite announcements have been made. That's what we are getting from the sources on the ground. There's nothing to panic. The check-in has started from 10:25. All the national and international flights will takes off. There's no problem to that. That's what, on a war footing, the aviation, the airport authorities are doing it on ground. That's what we are getting. And there's nothing to panic. But still, there is a huge panic there in the airport. That's what we are getting it from the sources on ground.
Absolutely. Imagine yourself trying to catch your flight and you see this massive blaze inside the departure terminal. Of course, people will be panicked, even as it's been pointed out that check-in operations have begun at 10:25. People very worried about their safety when it comes to catching their flights at the Kolkata airport. Now, we got that reaction from Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union Aviation Minister. He has said an unfortunate but minor fire broke out at the Kolkata airport near a check-in counter. In touch with the airport director, the situation is under control. All passengers and staff have been evacuated from the area. Fortunately, everyone is safe and no injuries have been reported. The check-in process resumed at 10:25. The cause of the fire will be ascertained at the earliest, and what we are learning from sources is that it could have been a short circuit. I'm also joined by Ridhima Bhatnagar on the broadcast, who tracks the aviation ministry. Ridhima, what more are you getting from your sources?
Ayushman, as you rightly pointed out, it's a little too early for us to ascertain the cause of the fire. But as you pointed out, that all hands on deck, the aviation ministry is in touch with Kolkata airport authorities. We're now getting two reactions. One is a confirmation of this fire that's coming in from the Kolkata airport that have now confirmed that operations were suspended for a brief time, but they've now resumed. They're also trying to now cover up the lag and the delay that has been caused. All passengers that had been moved to a safety area are being brought back to their gates and check-in counters as well. The other reaction, as you rightly pointed out, is coming in from the aviation minister, who's also confirmed that he's in touch with the Kolkata airport authorities. They're trying to now ensure that there is no panic on the ground. As Kamalika was also rightly pointing out, huge plumes of smoke were seen, which resulted in a bit of panic on the ground as well. This all happened at the departure 3C about an hour and a half ago. But now we're understanding there were 3 fire tenders that were rushed to the spot and situation is under control. Certain flights have been delayed. We'll have to get the exact number of how many. But as of now, we're understanding the check-in counters have been open. So there is a hope that in the next 1 hour, the operations will resume back to normal.
Right. Let's hope that the situation, comes back to normal, because as the reports are coming in, this fire erupted at about 9:12 p.m. and then it was extinguished by 9:40 p.m. But you can see the size of that blaze, ladies and gentlemen. What the reports that we are getting is that 8 firefighting tenders were deployed to bring this blaze under control. At the same time, there was an NDRF team also on standby to help with the firefighting operations. Ridhima, when it comes to, airline operation, this is a huge cause for concern. Any indication coming in that before they let all the people back in, they conduct a very thorough safety audit of the area to ensure that something like this doesn't happen?
Oh, absolutely, Ayushman. You're bang on. There are multiple teams that carry out check-ins to ensure that all protocols are followed. So before the passengers are brought in, the entire area is sanitized. What happens in a case like this is you have the fire protocols that come into place, which means evacuation becomes the first priority. Passengers and all other people are evacuated to safer areas. Fire tending teams and NDRF team is brought in to douse the fire, ascertain the ground situation, check for casualties, and then sanitize that area. Once that entire drill is over, then a green signal is given to the airport authorities who reopen the check-in counters. And that's exactly what's happened in the last 1 hour at the Kolkata airport as well. And that is why, as I said, the aviation ministry is in talks with the Kolkata airport. The Kolkata airport also following all protocols. But the good news for the passengers who are traveling from Kolkata airport who could have been stranded over the last 1 hour is that the situation is under control. Check-in counters have reopened, which means flights once again will be taking off. As I pointed out earlier, yes, there has been a bit of a delay in some flights because of this fire that was reported. But as of now, the situation is under control. What we're also hearing from sources within the Kolkata airport, that they're trying to make up the lag in the next 1 hour.
Right, and in those visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you can see this fire erupting at that counter over there, and you can